I'm going to share today the good, the bad, and the things that kind of like, should have thought of that. So that you know if this investment is worth it for you. Okay, so this is like how it's set up normally. Actually, there's usually a little bit more. Um, the hammock is something my kids added, so I'm actually going to take it down and kind of clean everything up so you can really see it. But I wanted to show you because we do put mats down. They come out and play. They build different worlds. And the hammock is something that we kind of separately purchased, and the kids will use it for play, but also you can rig it below and use it as a hammock. So I'm going to clean up. Okay, so here is what it looks like. I am 5'7" for perspective, so you can kind of see what my size is, because that definitely plays into my review of this, is age and size of your kids or adults who's using. Our kids were too big for regular play sets or like regular swing sets, too heavy, too big, and we wanted to provide some opportunities for like movement, full body movement, sensory experiences, exercise, and all of that. And so this is where we landed. We did do research. And so I want to talk about the things we love about this first, and the things we don't love, and the things that maybe you should think about that I wish we had thought about. Ultimately, we don't regret this purchase at all. It's just like there's some caveats. Okay, so first of all, it was relatively easy to put together considering how complex this is. I did not put it together. My husband did. At the very last stage, he needed a friend's help. So it did take 2 people. It's bolted into our ground, so it is very secure. Like I could throw my weight, and like when kids are swinging, it kind of shakes a little, but I will say this is incredibly secure and like well made. And the metal is strong, which is good, but also something to think about. For example, this trapeze bar, super fun, but this also hangs at like a head height. So keep that in mind as kids are running around. You might want to think about the height of this, not just for hanging, but like doing that and hitting someone in the head. Something to think about. And so it's really strong. So I like that. I feel like I can do, and Chris, like it holds so much weight. We can do everything and not worry. Nothing is flimsy. So like super high quality. It gets really hot in the summers here. And so it's gone through the heat, it's gone through rain, it's really held up well. We do not live in a snow climate, so I cannot speak to that. But I feel like I would have confidence in this structure. All right, I'm going to give you a little bit of like a walkthrough of all the different pieces it has, because it has some really cool things and lots of fun play equipment that kids really like. So first, the trapeze bar, which I talked about, really fun for swinging. So you like are definitely going to want a lot of space. I'm too big for this. But they flip on it, climb up here, and then there's like a pull-up bar. It's cute. Do you think I might do that? I'm not. There is a rope here that you can climb on either side. You would climb on the other side to get to the pole, which I'm not going to do. But there's a really large pole right here, which is fun. There is a gymnastics bar over here that is situated. So you could do flips. You have to make sure it's far enough from the wall if they're going to do flips. The rope is over here. I would say this thing was like not super useful, especially in a small space like ours. There's not really a lot of places to go, and the kids like bonk the side. They usually just sit on here and swing like this. But as you can see, if you start turning, you're going to hit things. So pretty much we don't use the rope. I put it up for this. Same goes for this rope ladder. Because it's not positioned to the ground, it swings everywhere and kids just like hit themselves. You could move it to somewhere else, but the same problem is going to happen. It like moves so much that it's hard to climb. Upper monkey bars, which was a waste of money for us. I don't know, but I don't know what we were thinking. I'm not going to attempt to hang from it right now. Maybe I'll have Chris do it later. Over here are like these 2 poles, which is nice because I think you do like this motion. What is that called? These are nice. You can swing on them. And then there is all these monkey bar options. So there's like regular monkey bars here. There's these like swinging things. Then over here, there's side grips. Monkey bars are definitely used the most, but we put the mats down because monkey bars. There is a nice swing here, but the thing with the swing is because this is such a small set, really only one kid can do it at a time, especially if you got kids kind of going everywhere just to get, they're going to get like hit. But the swing is nice. I like the swing a lot and the kids use that a lot. This is like a gymnastics bar. It is pretty high up. And I would say that is the thing that's hard if your kids are a little bit shorter right now. Like I said, I'm 5'7". It's like about where it's at. And it has a pretty thick bar. So it's like you need bigger hands to grip it. So the kids usually will just hang and swing, or I'll put a mat down beneath it so they can get a little bit of height. If kids are adventurous, they might try to do some tricks. So you have to kind of set some ground rules with that. Also, other places to set ground rules would be the monkey bars, because the kids will climb on top. Generally, like, kids are kids, right? So they use it how it should, but then they find other ways to use things. And I think that's where it got a little tricky for us, because they would climb to the top of everything and it gets very high. So you just have to know your kid well enough to know if they can navigate those different play situations. This is definitely not a super independent play structure at the beginning. It isn't like, okay, it's up, go play and have fun, see you in a couple hours. Because I definitely think kids need a little bit of guidance of what they can and can't do. Of course, older kids, teenagers, that would be different. But if you have like elementary age kids using it, and maybe even some older kids, depending on them, you might need to really supervise their play and kind of discover alongside them what is safe and what's not, and what are your rules. So like for our rules, you're not allowed to skip 2 monkey bars at a time. That was a rule. You could skip 1, but not 2. And no flips on the monkey bars. Like you can't hang upside down like a bat, because sometimes that happens. Of course, if I'm here, we can have like different, play schemes. The upper monkey bars are off limits. Of course, they're going to want to try it. So they can only do it when we are here to support them and catch them, or we'll put mats down and whatnot. If you're climbing on the top of these, you have to have an adult present to make sure it's safe. We did buy the hammock. The hammock is fun because you can attach it to different places. And so the kids will do that to relax. We will do that too, or they'll just like use it for their play with their stuffed animals. Our kids have also brought like sleeping bags and large blankets and tarps to create kind of like structures and worlds. And so if your kids are imaginative, they will love this. But when it comes to climbing with things in their hands, we have some rules around that, or just we have to be here until it's all set up. We also have a camera, or I have like some seating and some different things off to the side so I can hang out with them and supervise. But you know me, I'm like all about safety. So that's why I'm like mentioning all that. This is really great for challenges and obstacle courses and engaging in play with your kids, because they think it's funny when you can't do the monkey bars, or at least my kids do. And I don't know, there's like some fun back and forth of like, what can everyone do? And what can Laura not do, which is most things. So yeah, let me know what questions you have. I am not affiliated with this company at all. I just wish I had watched a video like this. We still would have bought it. I still were very happy with it, but it has way more like supervision needs and rules than what the play set before we had, because that was more of a free range thing and kids could be more independent, but this is less independence. And again, it will depend on your kid and how large they are, how strong they are, and how old they are just developmentally, if they understand safety awareness. But let me know what questions you have, and I'm happy to answer.